So, hello all. Welcome to the 11th episode of this series where we are trying to talk to some passionate cricket fans and especially IPL fans and trying to bring out their stories to you and trying to understand the factors that motivate them to follow a particular IPL franchise so passionately. So, in this series, today we have our guest Sid with us. So, previously we
Hi.
had another Sid who was following Sunrisers Hyderabad, but today we have a Sid who belongs to Mumbai and follows Mumbai Indians very passionately. And as every other Indian, Sachin Tendulkar, the god of cricket, is his favorite cricketer, and that's one of the reasons why he started following Mumbai Indians. But we will try to understand that what were the other factors apart from Sachin Tendulkar that motivated him to follow Mumbai Indians so keenly till now. So, without any further delay, over to you, Sid. That my first question to you is that how did you become a passionate cricket fan and especially IPL fan?
I started, watching cricket just because of my grandfather because he used to play club cricket when he was young, and it's because of him that I developed a lot of interest in the game. He was the one who explained me all the concepts, whether it be no ball, wide, and then we started watching the game so closely together. In fact, I remember there were situations where we used to stay up at night till 3:30, 2:30, depending upon the interest of the game. So for me, cricket was only because of him. And he being in Bombay, he also loved, of course, Sunil Gavaskar, and Sachin was also one of his favorites. So that's the reason I have started admiring Sachin Tendulkar.
Right, right. So it's the family legacy
Uh,
that made you a Mumbai Indians follower.
Not actually a family legacy, a grandfather legacy,
Right, 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 right,
because no one from my family is a keen follower of cricket as I am.
right.
I've now started, I've followed his footsteps and now started watching the game. So, uh,
Right, right. So my next question to you is, since the beginning of IPL, Sachin Tendulkar was a part of Mumbai Indians, but then in 2013 he played his last season for Mumbai Indians, and then he became a consultant, and now he. So why after the retirement of Sachin Tendulkar also you still followed Mumbai Indians and not a franchise like CSK where MS Dhoni is there or
uh, See, I was very I mean, as I said earlier, that Sachin, of course, is a Mumbaiker,
yes,
and he is always in a true cricket lover's heart.
yes,
And the fact that the chants are Sachin, which were already which was there during his playing days, always it is in my ears. So to forget him even after retirement is not a good thing. You need to be a fan forever, a particular fan forever. And I was also fortunate enough to meet him in person post his
oh,
retirement.
great, great.
So there was a retirement program which was hosted by some of the authorities, and I was invited there. So I, in fact, spoke with him for about 10 seconds, and I told him how big a fan I am. And that time I promised him that whether or not you retire, I am always going to support you. And that's
Right.
how Sachin been my fan throughout, and he will always be. Coming to your question of MSD,
Right.
MSD has been a great captain, no doubt, but it was because of Sachin that MSD, Virat, and other players grew as cricketers. So for me, a master is always a master. Later on, the youngsters came into the playing level. So Sachin is Sachin for me.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sachin is the greatest batsman that we ever witnessed in the history of cricket. No doubt in that. So my
Yes.
next question to you is, so what is it about the Mumbai Indians franchise that makes all the Mumbaikers follow Mumbai Indians, especially even one of the legends retires and then another one takes place?
See, Sachin actually created a core team. And as in the morning, Sanchit also rightly mentioned that, Jasprit Bumrah was Sachin's find.
Right.
And the most important thing what Mumbai Indians right now till they do is they stick to their team. They don't experiment too much. If
Yes.
you see like 2008 to till date, they have looked into domestic players. They have not chipped and chopped player as other franchises do. Even of late, if you see CSK, who have been the most successful franchise after Mumbai Indians, they have also started chipping and chopping players. Uh, what happens here is there is no self belief in the team. Once you have a fixed team, if you have uh, players who you believe in,
Right.
then the confidence level among the team member also grow, and that's how they perform better.
Right. Right. So how important is it when you have a player like Sachin and he retires? So how important is, or how much pressure is on the youngsters, someone like Rohit Sharma who led a franchise like Mumbai Indians, to carry out the same legacy so that fans do not miss the kind of connect that they had with Mumbai Indians?
In fact, the very good thing with Rohit Sharma was that I never thought as a cricket fan that he took any pressure. In fact, he must have taken a lot of positives from him.
Right.
Uh, in fact, both being from Mumbai, I think Rohit must be practicing with Sachin. I mean, under his eyes. So in, instead of taking pressure, I think he's that type of a player who will like to improve, and no better than Sachin, who will guide Rohit to perform so well that he's doing today. And the like what why I say he's not taking pressure, because you can see in his game, whatever in fact, during the lockdown also, they both spoke on Zoom. If you have
Yes.
seen
Yes.
the way Rohit was asking Sachin few questions, that shows that how he wants to improve the game every time he goes on the field. So I don't think he has taken any pressure to carry forward Sachin's legacy, and because he has not taken pressure. He has managed to win as many as 5 titles. So no pressure for Rohit.
Right, right. I think that's one of the best ways to describe Rohit Sharma's captaincy, because in India, no one doubts Rohit Sharma's captaincy when
Yes,
he leads Mumbai Indians. So that's one of the
yes,
reasons
yes,
why Mumbai Indians has been successful so far. So
yes.
yeah, but we see that Mumbai Indians, whenever they bring in new talent, everybody performs, be it Rahul Chahar, be it Ishan Kishan, be it Surya Kumar Yadav or the Pandya brothers and all. So, how Mumbai Indians is able to do such a thing so successfully, not just in this season, but since the beginning of the IPL.
That is very, that's what I wanted to talk about. What is unique about Mumbai Indians is the support staff.
Right,
When it comes to when Jonty Road was there with us since last year, they have a support staff who is actually specialized in their core specialty. And these support staff actually give a lot of confidence to the younger talent in the team. And like I have seen RCB, at times they ask players to perform. They
yes,
at times tell the players to be under pressure. Like they are in the pressure. Even Virat Kohli, if he does not perform as the captain, at times on the field he drops catches, or so that shows that the core strength of the support team is not stable. But when it comes to Mumbai, I think they are the ones who give a lot of confidence, right from the captain to the younger player. For instance, now when it came to Rahul Chahal, if you have seen a couple of matches when he failed as a player, but Rohit and the support staff encouraged him to play for the next few matches also, and
right,
that's where he really bowled well. With other franchises, the support staff they'll make a lot of changes. That's not how a core team develops.
right, right. So that's one of the main reasons that
Yes.
Mumbai Indians, they had a kind of bench strength that every
Yes.
team wanted. So they had
Yes.
Chris Lynn and Michelle McLagan, but they didn't play a
And
single match, right?
yes. Yes. Yes.
So how important is it when you have such a strong team, and so you have majority of your players, the key players are from India, and then you have the Kyron Pollard, you have Trent Bolt, you have other players, but you have a player like Chris Lynn who couldn't play a single match. He would have definitely played more than 10, 20, 12 matches if not Mumbai Indians and
Uh,
other
that,
franchise.
that's when that's the specialty of this team. What they do is, in case there is a dropout or there is an injury, they have confidence in the bench strength. Even for the bench strength, what Mumbai always have been doing right from Sachin's days. In fact, I remember in 2009, Sanat Jayasuriya being fully fit, he was also rested
Yes,
for, I think, against some team. So Mumbai, what they do is they keep a backup where they can make up for players. For instance, let's say Rohit Sharma is injured. They also had few other openers. I think along with Chris Lynn, there were few other openers they could play. But they are not afraid in case of if a player is missed out or injured. They have that confidence that we have a Chris Lynn with us, and
right,
if nothing works out, if even if two players are injured, they have that, we have Chris Lynn. And what happens with Chris Lynn or maybe Glenn Maxwell, or the opposition is actually scared. This they may fail in 2-3 matches, but in the next 2-3 matches they can turn around the tables for a particular franchise, and that's where their brand actually plays an important role.
right, right. So Mumbai Indians has the largest fan base on social media, and they really start believing right after the auctions that this is their season, because every time after the auctions they have such a team that they believe that this team can go all the way. So how important is Mahela Jayawardene's role in this team?
I would also like to credit Mr. Anil Kumble, because I think before Mahela, Anil Kumble was who was with Sachin to have this core strength team. Okay,
Right.
and what happened with Mahela was he tried to further, take it ahead. He made sure that the core team, which was formed by Sachin and Kumble, was not there were not many changes in the team. So it was much more easy for Mahela Jayawardene to carry forward that team which Kumble had formed. So and what Mahela does as a coach is, I've seen, what I used to do is, even after the matches, I used to see the dressing room talks, and the way
Right.
he talks in the dressing room is nothing but nothing like, but he's like a tutor. I mean,
Yes.
if you make a mistake, they're actually scared. They used to stand in one queue and they used to call every player one by one. Even for that matter, Rohit Sharma, he had, I think, dropped few catches in this year IPL, and even he got pasting.
Yes.
So it's not that he's the captain and he should take it lightly, and that's what I think few other coaches lack, but Mahela did not. So Mahela was the one who has now developed that team into a good team.
Right. Right. So Mumbai Indians is one of those teams who proudly carry their culture and their legacy and the kind of chants that we see in the Wankhede Stadium and also on their social media handles. So they believe that
Yes.
Mumbai Indians is one family and their hashtag is Cricket Meri Jaan. So
Yes.
how important are these hashtags to connect with a fan's emotions?
So basically, what happens is, I'm a fan of the hashtag and the chants. One is they connect fans very well.
Right.
Okay, the energy level. Like, suppose, for example, I see a chant or I see a post on Mumbai Indians, I will be more willing to watch the matches
Right.
because of the fan base that Mumbai Indians have.
Right.
Another thing is, when a player like Rohit, or a youngster for that matter, maybe a Ishan Kishan who's young at the cricketing arena, when he sees this fan base following, youngsters will get confidence to perform on the team. So I think when a cricket team performs, I think 90% of it depends on how fans are supporting the team.
Right, right.
In fact, in the UK, I mean in the UAE, sorry, when there were no fans in the stadium, I in the first few matches, even it was kind of how would this IPL proceed without fans? But then again, Star Sports did a tremendous job of creating that atmosphere of visualizing audience, and apart from that, there were some audience who could watch it from home, and that they could showcase. So that level was there in the stadium, even in this IPL.
Right, right. So Mumbai Indians has always had a very loyal fan base, which always stick to Mumbai Indians, not like some other franchises.
Yeah.
So what is the reason? So I think one of the reasons is that Mumbai Indians has always had an Indian leader leading the team. So apart from it, what do you think is the reason that Mumbai Indians has such a loyal fan base?
I have only one word for it,
Yeah.
Mr. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar.
Right,
I mean, what Sachin does is right from 2008. When if you've followed the IPL, Sachin had always encouraged Indian captain to lead. Apart from Ricky Ponting, I think in 2012, because they lacked players that time. And but he was the one who encouraged Indians to lead the side. If you lose, you lose. If you win, it would be a different ball game. But what happened with Sachin, Jonty, Zahir, and other support staff is they never chipped and changed captains.
yes,
What happens with other franchises is, if, for example, let's say Virat is not fit, they will not, they will not have the confidence to maybe make an Indian captain a captain of the side. They will always make a AB a captain of the side.
right,
So unless and what Sachin used to always say, that unless and until a player had a confidence to lead, how will he get that exposure? Same with when Rohit Sharma came into the scenario. I think Rohit was not scared because of Sachin. And
yes,
you need to have that mentor in the team to give you confidence.
right, right. So, talking about the same line of thought. So, once upon a time, Rajasthan Royals had Rahul Dravid in their squad leading the team. And that was one of the golden periods of Rajasthan Royals. And they also had Shane Warne at one point in time. And I think those Shane Warne, Rahul Dravid era is one of the best eras of Rajasthan Royals history. So, how important is that a team continues with those kind of big names so that the legacy continues, so the way Mumbai Indians has continued with Sachin?
See what happened with the other franchises now, as you said about Rajasthan Royal. I somewhat feel like Rajasthan Royal were the team were the best in 2008 when they won the championship. Ever since that, even with Rahul Dravid being on the scenes, they did a lot of changes in the team.
Right,
When it came to, unfortunately, due to personal reasons, Shane Warne had to leave the squad. Rahul Dravid had to, coach the under 19, and hence he had to leave. So there was no stability in, Rajasthan Royals in building up that core strength as how Mumbai Indians and CSK for that matter has done. So, again, when it comes to, a team, I think there were a lot of changes. And that's the reason they were not confident enough to pick players from overseas as well as, domestic.
right, right. So, how, as a fan, how important is it to see a consistent team playing season after season with just a couple of changes here and there? So, Chennai and Mumbai, two of the most successful franchises, they follow this strategy that they don't make much changes in their squad or in their playing 11, whereas other teams, they just go gala over the auction table and they try to buy everything that's possible.
The good thing with Chennai and Mumbai now, I would rather say that Chennai has been more consistent when it comes to winning. Uh, as the IPL authorities have been saying, or the media have been saying, that Mumbai has been winning tournaments every odd year, and 2020 being an odd year, uh, for us all, it has been a benefit of doubt to them. But consistency level, I would rather rate Chennai Super Kings. They are the only team who have been in, apart from 2009, 2020. I think they are the only team who have reached each semi-finals day. I mean, every season. Unlike Mumbai Indians, Mumbai Indians have now started. Since last year, they have now started. Getting that feel of the semi-finals, and consistency based. I think Mumbai need to still work on it. I don't see, even if you see next year. I mean next year is April, not far ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see Mumbai qualifying again, because uh, I think Chennai would rather be more consistent this year. The reason is, again, fan following. I think Chennai has more fan following in India when it comes to Thala Dhoni. Mumbai need to be consistent when it comes to their middle. At times, I feel Mumbai need to be consistent in their middle order. They are too much reluctant or dependent on Pollard. So after Pollard, there is no one. So that bench strength, or that they need to develop that middle order still to be consistent, more consistent as Chennai.
Right, right. So the Mumbai Chennai rivalry will continue forever, season after season.
I
With
wish, I wish.
right, right. So as a fan, what if I have to ask you that what distinguishes Mumbai Indians from the current Mumbai Indians from rest of the franchisees? So then what would your answer be?
The current, so, when you see 2019 and 2020, as I earlier said, they have not kept any. They have not. They have stayed with the players. If you see the 2019 squad and 2020 squad, I don't think there are a lot many changes, and that's what stands out. Okay, uh, and they have even if you see Mumbai Indians were the first team to land, apart from of course Rohit Sharma. I think few of the players also landed far more earlier than they were supposed to, land in the UAE, and they got used to the conditions. They built up as a team. Jayawardene was always with them. Sachin though didn't travel with them this year. He were always on call. What also matters were the owners Akash and Anita. They were also a source of encouragement for them. So uh, that's what was totally different. They were more like a family. And
Right.
when they say that we are one family, they are actually a family, because when I see their videos in the dressing room, or they are actually a team apart. They work together on their goals, on their weaknesses, on their strength, and they are not complacent of winning. If they win, they want to win more. Even RCB or any other franchise, if they win two games at a time, maybe they are super excited. You know?
Right, right,
that's that's not with Mumbai.
right, right. So winning is like a habit for Mumbai. So as they have done
Yeah, it's like
previously.
for Mumbai Indian, it's like, yeah, have you seen the Australian team in 2000, in the late 2000s? It's
Yes,
like that. They are
yes,
now they are franchises are scared of Mumbai.
yes, yes. I completely agree with you on that. When you have a bowling lineup of Jasprit Bumrah, Trent Bolt, and James Pattinson, I think
Yes,
that the team
scared.
definitely.
I'm only scared on the mega auction which is happening. I don't want any major changes with Mumbai this year.
Right, right. So before we end this episode, so my couple of last questions to you is
Of
that,
course, yeah.
yeah, is that so Mumbai Indians, as we all know, that they are part of one family and all, but what is the importance of Pandya brothers and Kyran Pollard, the kind of entertainment that they bring into this particular franchise that the fan loves very much, especially
You know,
on the field and also off the field.
so let me start with on the field. Okay.
Yeah.
One is, apart, like before the Panda brothers came into the team, it was only about Pollard, the Pollard show.
Yes.
And we wanted, couple of all-rounders, and we were very fortunate enough that Mumbai Indians picked the Pandya brothers. Again, the Pandya brothers came into the scenario because of none other than Sachin Tendulkar. I think he was the one who told the management ki, they are a very good fit for Mumbai, and we need all-rounders. Uh, and that's made a complete team. It's not only for the team management, but also, I as a cricket fan, when when Krunal or Hardik come to bat or board, for that matter, I look forward, because the atmosphere of the stadium totally changes.
Right.
It's like how Sachin used to come, and when people used to say Sachin, Sachin, and it's now Hardik, Hardik, or even for that matter, Krunal, Krunal. So the total look of the team changes, and off the field, I've been watching a lot of videos. I mean, they are, in fact, Pollard, Krunal, and Hardik, they are into their zone, maybe dancing, or maybe the other day I saw, Hardik talking in Marathi
Yeah.
on Instagram, and that showed how important this franchise is for Hardik, Krunal, and even for that matter, Pollard. In fact, I read in one of the articles that Pollard will. I mean, if there is a mega auction, he will never change his franchise. So this shows how loyal they are. All three are for the franchise.
Right. Right. So they are definitely kind of a family, and they definitely stick to their motto, one family.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Right. So this will be my last question. So my
yes.
last question is that how important is the presence of owners and the passion that they show on the field when the local matches happen, especially in Wankhede, the presence of Ambanis in the stadium and the kind of passion that they show towards their team.
See, as far as Mumbai is concerned, I have not seen Nita or Akash, supporting the team. They are the ones who are always there. I've never seen, if Nita is not there, Akash is always there.
Right.
When it comes to KKR, RCB, there are times where, they play well, Shah Rukh Khan comes in. They don't play well, the owner are not there. I mean, and that's not the case, even with, for that matter, CSK, CSK, Mr. Srinivasan is always there, or someone from his team is always there. So what happens is, it's like a teacher and it's like a teacher and a student. And in Mumbai's case, uh, that teacher, that Nita Ambani, is always, encouraging youngsters to be in the team.
Yes.
That culture has been developed over the past few years. And I think apart from Sachin, I think Nita also has a good say in including youngsters. If say for example, Pollard is not fit, she will encourage Ishan Kishan to come in the team. She
Right.
will not, we want a senior, we want a youngster to be. So the confidence level in for a player in a management or a owner has to be there, and that's what usually happens with Mumbai.
Right, right. And I think there's one point that I want to add here is that we see that Akash Ambani or Nita Ambani, that whenever auction happens, they are there on the auction table, and we don't see many team owners present on the auction table.
I know. In fact, I've never seen Shah Rukh Khan. I always
Right.
see Juhi Chawla. So this shows, right from coaches to management to owners, they are with the team. If you fail, we are there. If you win, we are there. So I think that's how IPL and Mumbai Indians have succeeded over the years, and I wish them all the best. Hopefully they can win in 2021, and that would be the most amazing wins because Rohit then would win six. I mean, he would then make it even, not odd.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a hat trick of IPL titles for the first time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think with this note, I would like to end this episode here. And it was great talking to you, a passionate fan of Sachin Tendulkar as well as Mumbai Indians. And it was a privilege talking to you. Thanks for taking out your time and
Thank
sharing your
you.
views with
It
us.
was an honor. It was such a pleasure talking to you about cricket. It has always been a passion, and hopefully, I can be a part of your more shows on cricket. Do let me know if something of this comes on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I would be more than happy to call you again on this show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Deep. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.